Hello, 8th grade. It is day number 8 of career readiness. Should be Monday, January 6th, and you've just returned from the winter break. Yeah, here we go. Today you're going to be doing a Smart Futures. Just as a reminder, Chromebooks should be shut until they're ready to do the assignment for today. Hopefully, I will be back by the end of this week, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I mean, it's currently November 22nd for me now, so I don't really know what's happening. But here we go. All right, so the changing workplace is the next thing. So things are not exactly the same as they were, like even in my lifetime, like 20 years ago. Things are different than they were 30 years ago. So like my parents versus me and how the workplace was. So that's what today's Smart Futures is about. You're going to know the difference between a skilled and an unskilled worker. And then there's some anti-discrimination laws today, which I'm not actually going to go through these right now because everything's going to be on this video in Smart Futures. So let me get to today's activity, which is number 13, changing workplace. There is a video to start, so I'm going to get that started. Start. All right, here you go.
The changing workplace, technology and diversity.
At 67 years old, I can finally retire. It's been a long road, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Ashley, get off your phone and start socializing. This is your granddad's retirement party, celebrating my hard work.
Actually, Grandpa, I'm working too. That photo I just took with June is going on my business Instagram. This is modern networking.
Modern networking? Back in my day, you actually spoke with people face to face if you wanted to work together.
Grandpa, the workplace has changed a lot since you started your career. In fact, let's compare your older work life to my modern experiences.
All right, fine. Let's compare. For starters, I went to college so I could get ahead of the pack, a step up on my peers. After college, I got an office job and stayed with one company all my life. I worked my way to the top, and now I'm retiring with a hefty pension.
That's great, Grandpa. However, the modern job market is pretty different nowadays. First off, many younger people entering the job market don't stay with a single employer for their whole careers. Lots of people aren't hired as permanent full-time workers and are instead contract workers. That means they work with a company for a specific amount of time for a specific amount of pay. This means that even if a company does provide the benefits you received, many people don't cash in on those benefits because they're changing jobs to best push their career forward. Secondly, my friends and I need to be skilled workers with formal training before we can land jobs in our desired careers. A college degree isn't getting ahead, it's keeping up. Even entry-level jobs require some extent of education and training beyond high school, and this is because of new technology requiring newer skill sets. In fact, unskilled labor is on the decline as technology advances. Jobs like assembly line workers and cashiers are being steadily replaced by automation. Modern technology has also changed the way workers communicate with each other. Networking nowadays relies heavily on social media. In fact, some people's jobs are all about social media. Just ask my friend June. Hey, I'm June, and my entire career is built on modern technology, specifically social media. I manage the social media accounts of my clients to boost their brand's image and promote their products. Thanks to modern technology, I can network with people all over the world right at my fingertips. So yeah, technology has done a lot to change how we network with one another.
That sure is a lot different from when I started working at the office.
And there's still more that's different. Technology has affected where we work as well.
Hey guys, I think I can help explain the changes to where we work nowadays. Hey, can you hear me, Mr. Smith?
Saeed! What are we doing here?
We're working remotely. Thanks to modern tech, more and more people can do their jobs from the comfort of their own home. This kind of workplace flexibility is important for many reasons, depending on the person. For instance, I work from home so I can take care of my daughter throughout the day. But our coworker Edith works remotely because of her chronic illness. It's better for her health overall.
Wow, that's pretty great, Saeed. I wish I had this option when I entered the workforce.
I bet. The modern workplace is a lot more flexible compared to 50 years ago. In fact, let's talk to Edith next. She knows a lot more about inclusion in the modern workplace.
Hello, hello. Before we get started, I want you to look around the room and pay close attention to the people here. Your coworkers are diverse thanks to evolving social practices and anti-discrimination legislation put into place when you were younger. I'm sure you can recall some of the legislation I'm talking about.
Well, now that I think about it.
U.S. anti-discrimination legislation. The Civil Rights Acts of 1964 and 1991 protect employees and job applicants from discrimination based on sex, race, nationality, and religion. The Age Discrimination in Employment Act of 1967 protects employees and job applicants over the age of 40 from age-based discrimination. And the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 protects people with disabilities from discrimination in employment, education, transportation, and other public services. These anti-discrimination laws have done a lot to legally ensure a more inclusive workplace. And if it weren't for social norms being challenged, like more women joining non-traditional careers, then these laws might not even exist.
Well, that's nice and all. I'll never understand why you women actually want a man's career. Wouldn't you rather be a homemaker?
Grandpa, we're in the 21st century, a time where everyone has the right to their own financial independence and a fulfilling career. Women are no longer boxed into housewife roles or so-called traditional careers like nurses or secretaries. And vice versa, men aren't boxed into their traditional careers like salesmen or construction workers. Slowly but surely, careers are becoming more diverse and inclusive for everyone, period. Granted, this is not met without pushback. Some people still try to gatekeep careers through sexism, racism, and other prejudices. But so long as society on the whole keeps pushing towards workplace equality, I am confident that we'll all feel welcome in whatever career.
Point taken. Well, then I'm sorry for trying to box you in with my ancient takes on things, Ashley.
You're fine, Grandpa. Just know that the world is a lot different now compared to your younger years. And on the whole, these changes have created more work opportunities for people who are otherwise marginalized.
Wow. Thank you, everyone, for educating me on these important changes in our workplace. I'm grateful to retire knowing that we're in a more accessible and inclusive era of employment. Now, we've got another reason for us to celebrate.
Brought to you by Smart Futures.
All right, so after you have watched the video, you'll go to the activity where you're going to answer several questions there. I'm going to skip that part. Then the summary is just showing the things that you've done. And finally, you have your thoughts, which we should remember that it is at least 4 sentences. How do you feel about the changes happening in today's workplace? Explain why you feel that way. You can say, how do you feel about skilled labor replacing unskilled labor? Should college become a career requirement? What makes modern networking more efficient than face-to-face communications? What did you learn about more flexible workplace locations and working remotely? And do you know anyone who benefits from anti-discrimination legislation? What laws would you create to ensure workplace diversity? When you have at least 4 sentences and you hit the complete activity, you're going to get the ready confetti. 2 badges on this one. Close out of that and make sure that you have turned it in on your Google Classroom. If you don't turn it in on Google Classroom, I will not be putting a grade in there. All right, that is all I have for today. Hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.